I came here for love. Mm-mm.
Caught me at the right time, baby. Oh, I was at the end. Made me feel like that.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. As you can see by the title, the thumbnail, all that, I'm going to be recreating Janae's makeup look from the reunion. And baby, the face is snatched. Okay? Like, snatched. I have not done a full beat like this in so long. Before you keep watching, make sure you're subscribed if you're not already. Give this video a thumbs up. It helps me out a lot. Thank you so much. And keep watching. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, go ahead and subscribe because why not? So as you can see by the title, I'm going to be recreating Janae's makeup look from the Love Island reunion. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, her face was sitting. I was literally watching the reunion in awe. And even the cameraman knew it was up because every time you looked up, it was Janae's face on that TV screen, and period. Everybody's beautiful, but Janae? America's sweetheart? Yeah, she ate that up. I'm surprised I haven't seen anybody do this yet because y'all stay talking about my girl and her makeup, and she looks fine. So you guys know I take my recreations very seriously, but this was something that was like last minute. I was literally in bed. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning. I was like, Tasha, just recreate the makeup look. Like you keep seeing the pictures, recreate the look. So I just found this gray top and these little earrings and my wig. And here we are about to get into this makeup, okay? So she actually tagged her makeup artist. Shout out to her. Her name is Bella Maven. And she actually left the product breakdown under her picture. So I'll put that on the screen too so you guys can see what's going on. So I'm starting off with my Rare Beauty brow gel, of course. I feel like it just shapes my brows really well and puts them in place. But back to the look. So I can tell by the product list one of two things. Either Janae has oily skin, because if you read the first few products that she used to prep the skin with, it's a lot of oil control, mattifying, this and that and that. Or she was just simply preparing for the worst because she was going to be on camera, and you guys know filming takes hours. So she just wanted to avoid her getting oily at any point of the reunion, especially since we knew our girl was going to be front and center, okay? So one of two things, but I'm not going to prep my skin like that. I am going to still go for a matte look because you guys know I don't like a super matte look. I'm more of like a skin-like finish type of girl. But I'm definitely going to go for, oh my gosh, it's like literally. So anyways, I'm going to go for a more matte look than I normally do. However, I'm just going to put my own twist on it. I personally really love doing recreations because I get to do makeup a way that I normally don't do it, and also I get to try my plenty of products that I neglect. You guys, my face has been acting so crazy. I have face oil on right now because my face was dry. And I probably put the picture somewhere on the screen, but like the face, you guys, was literally, can it focus? Look at her face. Eating. Starting with my brows, you guys know I like to like go back, but I'm just gonna carve them out first. I was seeing if I needed to like reshape them, but I won't. So I'm just gonna do what I normally do and carve the bottom out with concealer and then move on to the rest of my face. Honestly, doing my brows like this makes it so much easier, and when I do makeup on clients, it just makes the process so much easier. But I do see that she has more of like a more of a makeup-y brow, or like Instagram brow. And so I'm gonna have to fill in my brow a little bit more than I have been, but it makes sense. You know, you guys, makeup literally is not like, there's no right or wrong way. There's no one way to do it. There's different makeup for different faces, different skin types, different occasions. A little bit of a lighter concealer on the arch, just to give me that snatch look. All right, so now it's time to prep the skin. Like I said, my skincare is already done. It's kind of irrelevant right now. Talk about that another day. But I'm gonna go in with the Fenty Pro Filter. This is a soft matte primer. I really like this one because it fills in the pores, and well, not actually, it fills in the appearance of pores and just gives me like a nice flawless base, and it just looks really filtered and smooth. And I love that it's not super matte. It's literally a soft matte. So it gives you like a nice soft, focused kind of look. This primer is so interesting to me because although it is a matte, it's very smooth as well. A lot of matte primers, I feel like, suck the moisture out of my face, and I do not like that. Like, I know a lot of people like to prime like that, where they just like suck the moisture out of their base and then like add everything back. I personally don't enjoy that. I like for my face to look like it has some life to it and add powders where necessary. Next, I'm going in with the NARS Soft Matte Primer, and this one is actually just more mattifying. This primer, even though it does say soft matte like the other one, I will say that this one is more mattifying, but still not like super harsh on the skin. So I really like this, especially when I use the foundation that I'm about to use today. I don't know if you guys can tell, this second primer brought down the shine a lot more, but like my skin doesn't look dead. It doesn't look dry. It doesn't look like, well, maybe to you guys, but to me, I was trying so hard to avoid the Danessa Myricks blurring balm, but I feel like something's missing without it underneath. So I'm just gonna go ahead and apply this. So if I had a client and they were in front of the camera or something, I will also grab for this because this is like a filter in a jar as well. And especially with my skin right now acting the way it's acting. Get it together. So technically speaking, I use like 3 primers because this is considered like a tinted kind of primer. Now that I'm thinking about it, I should have done my eyes first. But this is just so natural to me to like do my skin first because I feel like skin matters the most, because Janae's makeup looked flawless, but like we weren't really looking at her eyes. We were looking at that face, the base, the everything, like, ugh. And ironically, you guys, the makeup artist used the House Labs, which you guys know the House Labs and the Danessa Myricks is my go-to combo. But I don't feel like the House Labs is gonna give me the look that I want today. So I'm actually gonna be using the NARS Soft Matte, which you guys know ain't nothing soft about this matte, okay? It's not a bad matte, but like this is definitely a matte foundation and it's full coverage. And I feel like this is something that I would grab to achieve this kind of look. So I'm gonna do that. I don't wanna do my normal face. I wanna do something different. So I'm just gonna apply this all over. My face is gonna be snatched. Oh, not my battery. And then I'm gonna go in with the Danessa Myricks Set It Oil Control Setting Spray. I like to do that step before I blend out my foundation, but seeing that I want a very matte and stiff face, not stiff, but like I don't want my face to move, I'm just using something with oil control versus, I'm gonna sneeze. Thank you. I had to change my battery. But anyway, like I was saying, I like to go in with a setting spray before blending out my foundation because I feel like it helps with the longevity and buildability. The longevity and the blendability of the foundation. But normally I use something like hydrating or, you know, that gives my face a little quenchness. What is up with my wordage today? I cannot say words. What is going on with me? But anyways, I'm using something oil control so that my face can stay nice and matte and flat, because I didn't see no shimmer on that face, but on the eyes. Every time I try this foundation, I'm like, wow, this is a banger. Like this is one of NARS' best foundations for sure. But the thing I like about this is that even though it's matte, you guys can still very much see my skin peeking through, but once it's set, it's gonna be locked in and it's gonna be, you know, in place. What I don't typically like about mattifying foundations is that once you apply them on the skin, they're hard to blend, they're patchy, they're dry, but I feel like this foundation gives you time to work. And once it dries down, it looks gorgeous. Like, look at I might need to start picking this back up again. But this to me is like not a summer foundation, honestly. But like, this just covered up everything because I've been having skin issues. But this just did what it had to do. I keep kind of going back to the product list to see like if I want to use the same thing or if I want to switch it up. And I'm actually going to go in with blush first because I see that she used a liquid blush. So I want my blush to be coming from within. And I'm gonna go in with Pink Lady by Juvia's Place. That's what she used. I'm glad I have it. And I'm gonna put 2 dots. You guys know how this Juvia's Place blush goes. So I don't even know why I added more. That's crazy. And now I'm just gonna blend this out, but I'm gonna go upwards. I was trying to see the blush placement and it looks like she just kept it like in this area and slightly on the cheeks, but like we're really lifting the face today. Again, with this blush, it gives you time to blend. It does not dry as soon as it hits the face, which is a problem with a lot of like liquid products that I don't enjoy. So, and this is gonna look so nice once I lay down my concealer, because once everything's blended, it's gonna look like a blush from within versus like, you just slapping the blush on your face, you know? Like, look at that, so pretty. Okay, so of course I have to use my NARS Soft Matte. I'm going in with the shade Caramel first. I noticed that her under eye actually is not super bright. Everything just looks very balanced, very even. Like, she doesn't have a super bright under eye or a super bright blush or super anything. Everything just looks really, really nice. The makeup artist did a really, really, really great job at doing makeup that fits her face type and not just doing anything. Like, it's just very balanced and it looks very, very good in my opinion. So again, shout out to her. I'm gonna use a tiny bit of Biscuit in the inner corner right here. You can't even really tell, but it will make a difference. I had taken out my Danessa Myricks contour, which I kind of still want to use because the shade is like perfect. But she used the Huda Beauty Tantour, which I haven't used in a long time. And I will have to mix two. You know what? I'm just going to use the Danessa Myricks because I'm going to have to mix those two shades to make it work. So we're just going to use this. And we're working smarter, not harder here. So this is the Danessa Myricks Cream Balm Contour in the shade D2. And I'm actually gonna take that and sculpt the face. So I'm gonna merge that into the blush. And I'm not bringing that down too much because what happens is when you blend it, the product starts to move. So if I draw a line, my face is gonna become muddy and I don't want that. So I'm just gonna start from the hairline and just stop like halfway. I am gonna do it on my nose today, which you guys know I never do. But it just seems very fitting for today. And I'm gonna make my nose shorter as well. And I'm gonna do a little bit on the forehead. And then this jawline, I'm not gonna lie, I'm about to go in. Like, I want this chin non-existent. I never even do this much, but you see how, yep. So I normally blend out my cream contour before blending out my concealer because letting it sit on the face adds like more coverage and all that good stuff. But I'm just doing this out of habit today because the NARS concealer, the soft matte, it doesn't need time to dry. Like, the coverage is gonna be the same. Like, those pot or cream concealers don't need time to sit to be blended out. Only the liquid concealers. I'm not gonna say it's not gonna dry on your face, but it's really not gonna make a difference because they are more full coverage anyways. And you guys see what I mean about the product has to move? So now my contour is all the way here when it started like right here. So you just have to take your time, honey, and blend. And if you feel like it's getting too overpowering, just go back in with your foundation brush and kind of just diffuse all that and make it one. I'm gonna blend this into the brow, but I'm gonna kind of leave it harsh. And I'm gonna be using a brush to blend out my concealer because I feel like it keeps the most coverage of the product and it blends it out literally seamlessly. So seamlessly, oh my gosh. I like to use a brush to blend out my concealer because it keeps the most coverage and it just gives it a very flawless airbrush finish kind of look. So yeah, the sponge is still great, but the brush has just been doing it for me lately. It does take a little longer. Given the occasion, like, do you think her makeup artist took 30 minutes for her to be on camera for the world to see? No. I really love this concealer because wherever you put it is where it stays and the coverage is there and it just looks so, so good. So it's about to be time to set the under eye and you just want to make sure that it is as smooth as possible, no creasing. Like, our under eyes already have natural lines. This is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking like nothing settled and looking crazy. Like, you don't want that look, okay? So I'm gonna take the what is this called, Charlotte Tilbury in shade number 2, and I'm gonna lock that in just for some extra security. This shade is also gonna add brightness. That's why I wasn't pressed about my concealer being 10 shades too light, which her face wasn't like that, but I personally like to go in with powders and add instead of like going in initially. Like, I don't know, I just like to add layers to my face and just build the face gradually. This is what I'm talking about. Once you set this foundation, like, you see I'm adding powder now, I can literally feel my face kind of tightening, which is not a bad thing, but that's what matteness makes me feel like. And it's like, okay. So now I'm going into my One Size powder. This is the translucent shade and I'm going in with that same powder puff. This is actually the Sephora brand. And I'm gonna press that in as well. And the makeup artist did use the One Size powder too, but they used the peach or deep peach shade. I don't want to use that. So I don't have that anyways, but I would just use a translucent. So, but Janae has a deeper complexion, so the translucent would probably come off ashy on her, even though I feel like this is truly a translucent powder, but even then it would still come off kind of like ashy. So she used the peach to bring some like brightness, but not whiteness. I'm literally just tapping this in until the product kind of disappears into the skin. You might see it a little bit, but you don't want to see chunks of powder or patches of powder. You just want to like really melt that in. Did she not use a face powder? She probably forgot to list it. Going into the NARS Soft Matte Powder in the shade Seafront, and this is a mattifying powder. But I like to take a little brush and just press it in. Don't like go in on your face. You've already laid everything down and everything looks gorgeous and flawless. So you just want to like take your time and just add that product. I don't know if I like love this powder or not. Like I like it. It's cute, but I feel like sometimes it's a little too matte, but making it do what it do today, guys. This is actually my favorite step of the whole makeup process, because I feel like when I do this, it just makes my face look super like filter flawless. It like starts bringing everything together. So I really enjoy this part, and I feel like I say it every time. I did try to avoid directly going under my eyes. I just kind of brushed over it instead so that I don't get rid of the brightness, because you still want to bring depth to the skin, you know, bright in the center, chocolatey on the outside, you know. Bronzer that she used, I actually never heard of this brand, so I'm just gonna use my Pat McGrath because this is like my go-to. It has just the right amount of redness but not too much, but I want to use like a lighter brush so that I don't overdo it. I just want to slowly build it. So y'all, this is actually my first season of Love Island that I've ever watched, and I literally was watching this show by accident. I was at home and I was kind of like in a funk, didn't know what to watch. So I'm like, let me just watch this, because it had like 28 episodes. That's how late I was. It had like 28 episodes. So I started watching, and then I was like, wait a minute. And I don't know if it's because I started watching it, I started noticing people's like tweets and people talking about it, but I was like, oh wow, this show is actually really good and everybody's watching it. Or maybe I just wasn't paying attention because I wasn't watching it. I don't know. But it's like once I started watching it, I was seeing everybody's tweets and like how invested everybody was, and I was like, wow, I'm the same. I'm so invested right now. But I actually ended up loving the show. I never watched it before, so I don't know anything about the other contestants in the past seasons or anything like that. This is all I know, okay? These are the only people I know. But I will say I really enjoyed that the show wasn't like messy. Like it had its moments, you know, like you have strangers in a villa together looking for love. Of course things are gonna happen. But to me, in my opinion, the show was not distasteful. So like it was easy to watch. And I appreciate black girls being on reality TV and not making an ASS out of themselves, or the producers or the network or whatever trying to portray that, you know? So it just was like really, to me, like lighthearted and very easy to watch. And I kind of am excited for the next season, but then also just bring them back. Put them back on TV. Those are my friends at this point. I feel like it was like us watching them in the villa is kind of like equivalent to like vlogs. Like I was kind of like watching, seeing the tea, seeing their day, their life. Like I really enjoyed it. Like really snatching my nose, because honey, Janae's nose snatched, pinched, okay? But yeah, I tried to like get into the other seasons, but I actually was just really attached to this one, so I didn't even start them yet. But yeah, I really liked this cast. I feel like they picked a really good cast, and it's so cute to see them like still friends after the villa, like hanging out and all that kind of stuff. Like I love that for them, because I really feel like it's like genuine. I don't feel like they're just doing this just because like, okay, people like us and da-da-da. Like they really riding for each other, and I love that. So anyways, just doing some more blending. I think I need to get some blush. I'm gonna kind of come up with my own blush concoction, but I really like that even though she started off with this super typical pinky blush, she didn't keep layering the same color. She literally used different colors to create the perfect blush. So it says that she used Giorgio Armani's Plum. I don't have that. The closest thing I will have that's like deep is Raisin by MAC, and this is not Plum, but it will kind of give me the same effect, I'm assuming. So I'm just gonna go on with this and see what it gives. I don't know. I could use the eyeshadow, but like I would never, I don't do that. And I love MAC's blushes because unlike a lot of blushes that have come out on the market lately, MAC blushes you can really build, and that's what you need. Layering, building, all that pigment on the first try, no thank you. Give me time to build my blush, please and thank you. Anyways, now I'm going in with the Rare Beauty in Love. She actually used Happy, but I feel like this is what I'm more so seeing on her cheeks. And I don't love Happy, but I'm glad to see that she put this blush on because it does kind of have a shimmer. So the face is matte and she didn't use highlight, but she used something to give the face a little bit of, you know, dimension, a little bit of texture, but texture in a good way. So using that. Wow, my face right now is so snatched and I'm not even done. We kind of have like, not a lot more to do, but like kind of sort of. I'm gonna put some under my eyes as well because we're about to do eyeshadow, which I'm excited about. Oh my God, I have to put on lashes today. My camera was overheating and that never happened before, but I went ahead and did one brow. I'm using the Benefit Ka-Brow in shade number 5. Believe it or not, I don't have any brow pencils. I have not even been buying brow pencils or anything, but I kind of need to, but I kind of like what it did there. So I'm just filling it in because I already carved out the bottom. I did clean it up again, as you can see, but that's because I kind of got out the line. But yeah, I'm just filling it in with the brush that it comes with, nothing fancy. I'm just creating, I'm really not creating anything. I'm literally filling in the brow. And this is the thing, I haven't been filling in my brow like that. So this seems like I'm doing a lot more than I normally do. So whatever's left on the brush, I'm just gonna put that all over the eyelids, just for a slight base. So she has pretty much like a neutral, grayish, nudish, brownish, sparkly eye. I don't know. I'm just gonna let me look at it one more time. Because in some angles, it looks like her eye's more like, it's definitely cool tones, so no warm tones. You guys know I love a warm eye, but no. It's definitely like, I don't know if it's like matte with sparkles on top or if it's like an actual shimmer. Like a combination. So I'm going in with my Naked palette. You guys know it came back. So I'm going in with Buck because that gives like a true cool tone transition. And that's gonna be a good start. Oh, I should have used my primer potion, but too late now. So I'm just gonna put that in my crease and try to keep that in the crease because she does have a good enough space between her brow and her actual eyeshadow, so the eyeshadow isn't coming up all the way, which makes you look like you have more of an arch, which makes you look like your face is more snatched. So you got to pay attention to things like that, you know. Only thing I might do is take my bronzer with a fluffy brush and blend right here so it's not so harsh and cool right there, you know. I want it to be like a smooth transition, so I'm gonna just take a fluffy brush and just blend that all together. And just blend it into the brow. I told you, this brow hates me. This is not giving, this is giving, this is not. But it's cool, it's cool. I'm still doing what I need to do. So anyways, going back into Buck, I'm just gonna deepen that up. And her crease was not super, super deep, so I'm just building this. And I'm trying not to add too many different browns or anything crazy. Going back into that Naked palette, I'm gonna take the shade Naked and I'm gonna put that all over my lid as a base, because again, I don't know if I want to keep it matte or if I want to, I'm feeling like it's matte. I'm feeling like matte is what it was, to be honest. And then with no extra product, I'm just going back in and blending that out so it's not super harsh. I think that's where the gray effect is coming in. I'm gonna go into this Dose of Colors palette and I'm going into this cool tone brown. I want to go into this so bad, but that's just too warm. And I'm gonna just blend that a little bit more. And like slightly blend it onto the lid so that the lid isn't just white. I'm gonna just take my fluffy brush again and just kind of, this has no product on it, and just kind of diffuse everything. Perfect. I'm gonna take Urban Decay Lithium, which you guys know this is my favorite. It's like this gunmetal silvery type of color. And I'm gonna place that on top, and I feel like that's gonna give me the exact look that she had. And I like to use it with my finger because you're still gonna see the base that I put peeking through, but then you're still gonna see the shimmer. You could also use Moon Dust for this, but I feel like this has more of like a gunmetal, silvery type of look, which matches the whole vibe. So I'm almost done with the eyes. So I'm gonna go on with this eyeliner from, what can I think? Makeup Forever in black. I don't think you have to have this eyeliner. Use any eyeliner. And just like really get in there. Make it as dark as possible because her liner was kind of the focus as well. Eyeliner time, I'm going to be using the NYX liquid liner. And I actually have to take it in all the way today, which I hate for myself, but you know. And she had a cute wing. It wasn't super like, you know, long or thick, but it was there. Hold my hands when I say this. I do not want to put these lashes on. Like, what the heck? All right, so now to dust off that extra powder, I really put that there to avoid any fallout, which I didn't have much of. Good thing I looked at the photo again because I was about to put black all under there, but it doesn't look like she put black, but maybe the transition is under there just to like soften it up a little bit. So I'm taking that Naked shade, putting it under. You see how my skin is so dry? Do you see how it's flaky? I don't know if you guys can see it on camera, but like right there, it's super flaky. I told y'all my skin isn't dry, but when it gets dry, when it has its moments, it gets crazy. But I also haven't been drinking enough water. I know that for a fact. But anyways, I'm gonna pinch the lash together. Make sure it's on and secure. And then I'm gonna push up the ends. So I dusted off that extra powder. And I'm gonna go in with the MAC Stay Over Spray because I kind of like the finish that it gives, but it locks everything in because I don't want this to get too dewy, so. And always spray your face before you do your mascara because if I had just done that and I had mascara on, it would have been everywhere. So I'm gonna let that dry while I move on to the lips. And I'm going in with the K-Lux liner in brown. For her lips, she said a Makeup Forever liner, which I don't have, but it's probably just a brown. Maybe a Makeup Forever lipstick because she said I forgot the lipstick name. And then the Pearl Gloss by Maybelline, which I do have. I used to love this. This is kind of like Diamond Milk by Fenty, same vibe. So I'm just making things up and we're gonna see what we come up with. This is Coffee Please by K-Lux, my current favorite lip liner. Then I'm gonna take MAC Whirl because even though she used this pearlescent color, it's not a super white milky lip. It's just like a nude shimmer. So I'm going with Whirl. This is more on that brown side. I actually like it matte right now. This lip is actually so cute. But then I'm gonna go over it with Pearl by Maybelline. These glosses are actually very, very good. So try them if you haven't already. Period. We got the lip. I'm glad I didn't overthink it because I was like, oh my God. And again, if you have Diamond Milk by Fenty, you can use that too. Mascara on. Oh, actually, I'm gonna spray my face one more time with the L'Oreal Infallible just to like lock everything in. And then I'm gonna go on with my mascara and I'll be back. Kenny. So anyways, you guys, this completes the look. This is the most makeup I have worn in so long, but just because you don't see it, that don't mean I don't know how to do it, okay? Because the face is sitting. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know what you guys think. Wow, I did that for real. I did, but shout out to Jana, her makeup artist, for the inspo. And I'm currently missing Love Island. So I don't know what to do with my life from here on out. Hope you guys enjoyed this video and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.